It was not the first time that Babe Ruth played a World Series game in Chicago. He played with the Red Sox in the 1918 World Series as a pitcher in Game 1, beating Hippo Vaughn 1-0, but he went 0 for 3. That game was not played at Wrigley Field. It was at Comiskey Park. In the 1932 World Series, the game was played at Wrigley Field, and the Yankees took Game 1 and Game 2 of the series back in New York. So they were already 2-0. Charlie Root was pitching for the Cubs, and in the first inning, Babe Ruth hit a home run with 2 on, and before anybody was out, the Yankees had a 3-0 lead. Cubs rallied. It was 4-4 going into the 5th inning, and with 1 out, Babe Ruth came to bat. Charlie Root was on the mound. Gabby Hartner was the catcher for the Cubs, and Lou Gehrig was on deck. There had in this game been a lot of heckling and razzing of the Yankees going on. Ruth was booed during batting practice. He had 7 balls out during batting practice. Now, in the 5th inning, there was a 2-2 count on Ruth, and he pointed toward center field, holding out 2 fingers. Hartnett, the catcher, said that he was saying to the Cubs dugout he knew he had 2 strikes on him. Gehrig was on deck, and he went on to describe 5 days later exactly what he saw.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say a few words on my favorite topic. That said topic being a gent by the name of George Herman Root. What a man. The Babe and I got back to town an hour ago from an all-day fishing trip out on the south shore of the Long Island Sound. Between weekfish, the gang did a lot of reminiscing about the series, and everybody agreed that the high point of the whole works was Babe's homer in the 5th inning of the 3rd game out in Chicago. I've played a lot of baseball, but I have never seen so much nerve on display before. Babe had 2 strikes on him. There were 50,000 Cub fans giving him the old Bronx cheer, and the Cub players were riding him from the field. So what does he do? He stands up there and tells the world that he's going to sock that next one. And not only that, but he tells the world right where he's going to sock it, into the center field stand. A few seconds later, the ball was just where he pointed, in the center field stand. He called his shot and then made it. I ask you, what can you do with a guy like that?
This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics bringing to you Game 3 of the 1932 World Series. The New York Yankees at the Chicago Cubs. This is the Babe Ruth called shot game. Charlie Root is on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. He played 17 years in the big leagues, 16 of them for the Cubs. And he is a grade B pitcher, Z modifier. We're using the Merino boards, except for I go with the letter grades of the pitchers rather than do the math while I'm trying to broadcast. Earl Coombs steps into the box for New York. Here's the first pitch of the game. 2-5 is a fly ball to center field. Joe Moore is out there in center field. He makes the catch for the Cubs, and there's 1 down. Here is Joe Sewell. One three is a base on balls. Sewell accepts a free pass, and he goes to first. He is an average speed runner, not a threat to steal. And here is the Babe Ruth. The Babe. Batting practice, he drove 7 balls out of the ballpark. There was more seating in Cub Stadium on that day, and I think the distances to right field were much shorter. If you see pictures like from newspapers.com of the World Series, I can't tell how much shorter, but you don't see the wall where the ivy is today. You see a large grandstand in right field. There was the same thing in left field, except for it was limited. You do see the wall. There's no ivy, of course, but you see the wall in left field, but the stands break out from there probably about 20 feet from where the current dimension is in left field. And I would say it's at least 20 or 30 feet in closer in and right field. Center field is about the same. And anyway, here's Ruth. 5-6 is a 2 balls and no strikes. He just missed a home run by one number. 11 or 66 will give the home run. 34 is a 31 fly ball to center field. It is playable and caught, 2 outs. Here is Lou Gehrig. 3-1 is a ground ball to Woody English at third base. 5-3. That's the end of the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. No score, much easier inning than the actual game. The Yankees started out 3-0 on a 3-run homer in the first by the Babe. That was not his called shot. His called shot came in the 5th inning. George Pipgrass is on the mound for the Yankees. He'll be pitching to the Cubs. He is a grade C pitcher, no modifiers. And Billy Herman steps into the box for Chicago. 4-2 is a pop-up on the infield towards second base. Tony Lazzara makes the catch. One away. Here's the third baseman, Woody English. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Woody English. And that's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A home run for Woody English. And the Cubs go on top. 1-0. Unfortunately, a lot of the fans are still trying to get into the turnstiles. There was an article in the paper the next day that Babe Ruth's first inning home run was missed by several hundred fans because the lines took about 20 to 30 minutes to get into the stadium. Here is Kiki Kyler. He homered in the actual game. 6-5 is a pop-up behind home plate. That's caught by Bill Dickey. 2 outs. Here's Riggs Stevenson. 324 hitter, 4 homers. 3-1 is an 8 against the C. That's going to be a base hit. Second hit in the inning for the Cubs, who jumped out 1-0. G24, he's not a threat to go because of the G. Here is Johnny Moore. Like I said, Joe Moore in the first inning. Joe Moore played with the New York Giants in the 30s. Johnny Moore. 46 is a fly ball to left field, and that's caught by the Babe. 3 outs, but the Cubs go up top, 1-0. All right, here is Tony Push-Em-Up Lazzara leading off for the Yankees at the top of the second. 3-5 is a base hit for Lazzara. First Yankee hit. Here's Bill Dickey, Hall of Fame catcher for the New York Yankees. 310, 15 homers, 1932. 51 is a grounder to third. Woody English throws to Billy Herman at second, over to first. 5-4-3 double play, 2 outs. And now Ben Chapman. 54 is a fly out to right field. 3 outs for the Yanks. We go to the bottom of the second. Chicago 1, New York nothing. All right, Charlie Grimm will lead off for the Cubs. He replaced Rogers Hornsby as the manager about 99 games into the season. George Pipgrass is on the mound for New York. Here's the pitch. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop. Crosetti throws out Charlie Grimm. 1 out. Here's the catcher, Gabby Hartnett. 2 Hall of Fame catchers in this game. I think both are rated defensive 9. Yeah, they are. Both of them are 9s. 31 is a pop-up to Tony Lazzara at second base. 2 outs. And that brings up, if I can get it together here, Billy Jerkes, the shortstop. These cards are new. I ordered these just recently, and they've not been played with before. 1-6 is a 28. Ground out to Tony Lazzeri at short. 3 up and 3 down for the Cubs. We go to the top of the third. Chicago 1 and New York nothing. For the Yankee third, it'll be Crossetti, the pitcher Pipgrass, and then the top of the order, Earl Coombs. Here's the pitch to the Crow, Frankie Crossetti. 43 is a roller back to the pitcher, Charlie Root. 1 away. Here's George Pipgrass. 53 is a 21. Hard ground ball to first base, picked by Charlie Grimm. Steps on first unassisted. 2 outs. Nice play by Grimm. He is a good defensive first baseman. Here is the Colonel, Earl Coombs. 2-4 is a fly ball to center field. Johnny Moore is under it and picks it out of the sky. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees. They have only 1 hit thus far off Charlie Root. Go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Cubs. Charlie Root will lead off for the Cubs. He is the pitcher. He hit 171. He did have a homer in 1932. Here's the pitch to Root, 61. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout by George Pipgrass. Billy Herman. 4-2 is a 9 against a C. That's going to be an out. Let's see, play result is 33. That's a pop up to second base. 2 down. That brings up Woody English. English went deep in the first inning, and he has spoken for the only run that's on the scoreboard. 36 is a 33. That's a pop up to second base. 3 up and 3 down. Pipgrass has retired the last 7 Cubs. We go to the fourth, 1-0 Chicago. All right, it's going to be Joe Sewell, tough man to strike out, followed by Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Here's the pitch to the third baseman. 3-2 is a ground ball to first base. Charlie Grimm's got it. Flips to Root covering. 1 away. Here's the Babe. We said in the intro that he played in the World Series in Chicago earlier. That game was pitched by Ruth, and it was played in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Here's the pitch to Babe Ruth. 6-4 is a base on balls. That brings up Lou Gehrig, who in the actual Game 3 1932 World Series hit 2 home runs, just like Babe Ruth. Here's the pitch to Lou. 55 is a solid line drive to right. The Babe will get all the way to third. Gehrig is on with a single, only the second Yankee hit. 1 down. Yankees have men on the corners for Tony Lazzeri. Very capable bat himself. Cubs will play the infield at normal depth, hoping for a double play. Here's the pitch to Lazzeri. 34 is a 31. We'll have to roll for the depth. Depth is 51. So we check the arm of Johnny Moore. 33, so subtract that. 18 plus Ruth's speed 725. 11 through 51, Ruth will score. We're going to give it a shot. He tags and does not score. He's thrown out at the plate by Johnny Moore. That's the third out and the end of the inning. The Yankees don't score in the fourth. They still trail by a penny. I play those tag plays a little different than the Marino or Master rules because I think there's a space of rolls where you roll on and just nothing happens. But I make a straight decision. I do the math, and then if he, find out what the safe number is, and he has to decide whether he goes or not, and he makes a decision to go, he's either safe or out. All right, Charlie Root has survived 4 innings against the Bronx Bombers. Let's see what the Cubs can do in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Kyler, Stevenson, and Moore. Pitch to Kiki Kyler. 51 is an 8 against the C. That's a base hit for Kyler. E20, stealing. Move to first is 0, and Dickey is +6 to his favor, so that makes him E14. Less than half a chance, so he's probably not going to be stealing. Here's Rick Stevenson. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. Earl Coombs is under it and makes the catch. Here's Johnny Moore, 305 with 13 homers for the Cubs. 31 is an 8 against a C. That's a base hit for Johnny Moore, and as Kyler is fast, he goes to third. So the Cubs have first and third, 1 out. Here's player manager Charlie Grimm. Yankees will play for a double play. Here's a stretch and a pitch from Pickgrass. 5-6 is popped up into the air along the first base line, and it's going to be caught by Tony Lazzeri. 2 outs. Runners hold, and that brings up Gabby Hartnett. A lot of Hall of Famers in this game. Here's Hartnett, 42, 38. That pitch was in the dirt, nice stop by Dickey, ball 1. 3-3 roll. A drive to left center field that's going to get down, and it's going to clear the bases. Kyler scores, Moore scores, and Hartnett settles in at second base with a 2 RBI double. Cubs 3 and the Yankees nothing. This is Billy Jerkis. 2-3 is a 26. A grounder to Lazzeri that's going to send the runner to third and be the third out. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Cubs 3 and the Yankees 0. Bill Dickey will lead off for New York. 1-6 is a 28. Ground ball to the Cubs shortstop. That's Billy Jerkis. 1 away. Ben Chapman. 5-2 is a roller towards, let's see, 25-2 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 2 outs. That brings up Frank Rossetti. (3-5), ball 4. The Crow takes first base. He's there for the pitcher, Pickgrass. 2 down, 1 on. 3-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. For the bottom of the 5th, been all zeros served up by Charlie Root. Cubs 3, Yankees nothing. Pitcher Root leads off the bottom of the 5th. He's up by 3 runs. 61 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Pickgrass has 2 strikeouts, both the pitcher. Here's Billy Herman. 5-2 is a ground ball to third base. Joe Sewell throws across the diamond. 2 outs. Here's Woody English. He has homered and popped out. 53 is an 18. That will test the shortstop, who is Frankie Crosetti, fielding column 2. That's going to be an error on the Crow, Crosetti. Kiki Kyler. Kyler is 1 for 2 with an RBI. 2-2 is a 7. That's a ground ball up the middle and through. English goes to second base, or 2 outs. He goes to, no, 7. Yeah, he goes to third. First and third, Chicago with 2 down. Here is Rick Stevenson. All right, this is a critical moment for both clubs. Rick Stevenson steps into the box, swings from the right side. Here's the pitch from Pipgrass. 21 is a fly ball to left field. That ends the fifth inning. The Cubs don't score. They strand runners on first and third. We go to the sixth. 3-0 Chicago. Third time through the order for the Yankees. Root is ready to pitch to 30 batters, and he's only faced 18, so he's way away from his fatigue point. Earl Coombs steps into the box. 2-1 is a fly ball to Rick Stevenson in left field. Coombs is 0 for 3 flyouts today. Here's Joe Sewell. Sewell's 0 for 1, walked in the first inning. 25 is a fly ball to center field. Johnny Moore is under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Here is the Babe. Six roll. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Babe Ruth gets the Yankees on the board. It is 3-1. He is waving his arms at the Cubs dugout as he runs around the bases, steps on home. And now Root has been touched for a run. Here is Lou Gehrig. '61 is a base on balls. The Tony Lazzeri represent the potential tying run here in the sixth inning. Here's the pitch to Lazzeri, 32. Ground ball back to the mound. Charlie Root has it, throws the first. 3 outs, but on the home run by Babe Ruth, it's Cubs 3 and the Yankees 1. Pipgrass is 12 away from his point of fatigue. He is ready to pitch to 34 hitters. Johnny Moore steps in for Chicago. He is 1 for 2. 6-2 is a ground ball to second baseman Lazzeri. The throw to first. 1 away. Jolly Charlie Grimm steps in. Swings the bat from the left side. Here's the pitch from the right-handed Pipgrass. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Charlie Grimm. And 54 is going to be a double. All right, Charlie Grimm is at second for Gabby Hartnett. He doubled in the fourth inning. 2-6 is a 24. Pop up on the infield. Shortstop Frankie Corsetti calls for it and puts it away. 2 outs, and the 8th place hitter is Billy Jurgis. He will be walked intentionally. The pitch to the pitcher, Charlie Root, 171 hitter. Here's the offering from Pipgrass. 2-3 is a 26. Sky high in the infield. Second baseman Tony Lazzeri wants it. He makes the catch. 3 outs, the Cubs strand 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Chicago 3 and the Bronx Bombers 1. We're toward the tail end of the Yankee order. Dickey, Chapman, and Crosetti for the 7th inning. Yankees down by 2. 3-4 is a fly ball to center field. Johnny Moore makes the catch. Here's Ben Chapman. To 5 is a ground ball single past the shortstop. Chapman's on first. Let's check his steal rating. C26. Root's move first is 1, and I think Hartnett was a 5. So 6 off that, be C20. Chance to be safe, 11 through 42. His run is not all important. They're 2 runs down. Frankie Crosetti is the hitter. I think we'll hold and let Crosetti swing away. Here's the pitch. 61 is a double play ground ball to the shortstop. 6-4-3 inning killing double play, and plus Yankees have to lead off the next inning with the pitcher. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Chicago. Billy Herman leads off the last of the 7th. Pipgrass is still on for the Yankees. 64 is a 36. Ball one. Base hit for Billy Herman to lead off the inning. He's 1 for 4. E29 stealing. 11 through 46 with the modifications. You'd be safe. Cubs start the runner. They will hit and run. Here's a pitch to English. 32 is a 12. Ground ball to second. Lazari throws to first. Herman goes to second. Here's Kiki Kyler. Kyler's been a thorn in Yankee flesh. He's 2 for 3. Has 2 singles and scored a run. 43 was that roll. That is a 29. Ground ball to Gehrig at first base. He flips to Pipgrass covering. Herman goes to third. 2 away. Riggs Stevenson. Fly ball to left field. That's Babe's territory. He makes the catch. 3 outs. We go to the 8th. Cubs 3 and the Yankees 1. Yankees will start the 8th inning with a pitch hitter, Merle Hogue. Their bench is decidedly right-handed. The only left-hander they have on the bench hit 128, so we'll go with a right-hander against a right-hander. Merle Hogue is a 370 hitter in 54 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Hoagie. 65 is a pop-up to the catcher, Gabby Hartnett. That's how the 8th inning begins. Top of the order, and Earl Coombs. 321 hitter in 1932, and 27 he hit 356. 61 is a 40 foul ball for strike 1. Yankees need base runners. 6-5 is a 35. That's a foul out to the catcher. Joe Sewell. Fly ball to left field. That's Riggs Stevenson under it. The Cubs survive the 8th. The Yankees go down without a whimper. 3-1 Chicago. Herb Pinnock will toe the rubber for New York. He is a grade D pitcher, Z modifier, 9-5, 4.60 ERA. And Johnny Moore leads off for Chicago, trying to add to a 2-run lead. 24 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Moore goes down. Here is Jolly Charlie, Charles Grimm, the manager. 4-2 is a base hit for Charlie Grimm. He is 2 for 4. Gabby Hartman comes up with a man on base. He hit 12 homers. From Woonsocket, Rhode Island. You don't see a lot of players from Rhode Island. 33 is a ball smacked down the line in left field. It will roll around in the corner, and Charlie Grimm will go to third. Hartnett will slide in the second safe with a double. Cubs have second and third with 1 down. Got some thinking to do on both sides. Do the Yankees want to walk Jurgis to get to the pitcher? They could set up a double play. They might, and then would the Cubs in turn pinch hit for the pitcher? Charlie Root is 1 batter away from his fatigue point, but he has been pitching great. Yankees do intentionally walk Jurgis to load the bases. They're going to hope Pinnock throws strikes at this point. He is a Z pitcher. There is 1 out. Charlie Root wants to put the ball in play. He's going to stay in the game and swing the bat. Here's the pitch to Charlie Root. 4-3 is a 29. A ground ball to Pinnock. He throws to Dickey at home for the force out. Fielder's choice for Charlie Root. He goes to first. Jurgis goes to second. Hartnett's at third. 2 outs. Top of the order, and Billy Herman. 314 hitter. Here's the pitch. 21 is a fly ball to left field. Babe Ruth will make that catch. He does. That's 3 outs. The Cubs leave them loaded in the 8th. They might regret that. Chicago 3 and New York 1. Yankees come up in the 9th. They're 2 runs down, but they've got the meat of their order. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Tony Lazzeri. Ruth is 1 for 2 in the game. He has homered and walked. Shall I call a shot here? I don't have that much nerve. I did call one when in the 1980 playoffs when George Brett was hitting against Goose Gossage. I told my family that Brett was going to hit it in the upper deck, and he did. But that's the only one I've ever called on TV watching games. Babe has already hit his home run in the middle of the game. Let's see if he can do it again. Here's the pitch. 6-4 is a base on balls where it's not going to give him that opportunity. But that brings the tying run to the plate. And that's Lou Gehrig. Manager Charlie Malone's going to make Charlie Grimm is going to make a change here. Pat Malone will be brought in to pitch. He was the first up in the actual game in relief. He's a grade B pitcher, Z modifier. He'll be grade A pitching to Lou Gehrig for 1 batter only. Lou Gehrig steps into the plate. Can Lou Gehrig catch one and tie this game up? Here is the pitch to... There's a drive by Lou Gehrig. It might be. It could be. It is out of here into the seats in right field. This game is tied. Lou Gehrig touches them all. Back of his card, he says, I love this game of baseball. Hope to be in there batting them out for many years to come. Fortune has been kind to me, and my record is as follows. We see what you have done, Lou Gehrig. That brings up Tony Lazzeri. Three roll for Lazzeri. That's a hit column roll for Tony Lazzeri. Will the Yankees go back-to-back? 6-2 is a triple for Tony Lazzeri. Yankee Thunder has come through here on the top of the 9th inning. Bill Dickey, 310 hitter. Infield will be playing in for Chicago. They're shell-shocked here in Wrigley Field. 32 is a 12. And 12 is a fly ball to right field. That's going to be a double play as Lazzeri tags, tries to score, and he's thrown out by Kiki Kyler at the plate. Second time the Yankees have had a runner die at home plate. One thrown out by Johnny Moore, and now Kiki Kyler. That changes the complexion of the inning. Here's Ben Chapman. 2 outs, bases clear. 6-2 is a 26. A ground ball to Billy Herman at second base. He throws out the hitter, and the Yankees are done, but they are back in this game. It's 3-3. Herb Pennock comes back out to pitch the 9th inning for the Yankees. And he'll be facing 2, 3, and 4 of the Cubs, English, Kyler, and Stevenson in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch to Woody English. 51 is a base hit for English. Brings up Kai Kyler. He is 2 for 4. Let's see what English steal rating is. F16, not very good. 3-3 roll for Kyler. Hit column roll for Kyler. Does he walk it off here? Let's see what the speed of English is. Average 24 is going to be a double. Woody English stops at third. It's second and third Chicago, nobody out. All right, for the Yankees, Gomez and Ruffing are out as options to relieve, but Johnny Allen is available. He is a grade B pitcher, a Y modifier. He's going to come in to pitch to Rick Stevenson. It'll be grade A only. 1 batter. Johnny Allen pitching for the Yankees. Grade B pitcher, Y modifier. 17-4 during the season. Pennock goes 1 inning, but he's responsible for the runners that are on second and third. Here's Rick Stevenson. Pitch to Stevenson. 61. The infield's playing in, by the way. 24. There's a pop-up down the first base line. Tony Lazzeri is giving chase. He makes the catch. Woody English tags at third. He's going to try to score. Here's the throw home. Woody English is out at the plate. 4-2. That's 2 outs. Cubs still have a man at second. Johnny Moore. Clutch play by Tony Lazzeri. 53 is a 15. That's a fly ball to left field. That's Babe Ruth out there, and he drops it. Air on Ruth, and the runner scores. Kyler, with 2 outs, was running with the pitch, and he scores the walk-off run. The Cubs win. In the bottom of the ninth, the final score, Chicago 4, New York 3. We'll be back with a wrap-up. The Chicago Cubs led most of the way. They built up a 3-0 lead, but the Yankees came storming back with 1 in the 6th inning, a home run by Babe Ruth, and then a 2-run home run by Lou Gehrig in the 9th. Tied the score, but that was only the prelude to the Cubs walking it off in the bottom of the 9th. Error by Babe Ruth in left field, letting Kiki Kyler score from second base. The Yankees scored 3 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors. One of those was very, very costly. And the Cubs scored 4 runs on 11 hits, and they committed no errors. Winning pitcher was Charlie Root. I'm going to give that to Charlie Root. He went 8 innings, gave up 2 runs. Malone was somewhat ineffective. He gave up 1 run in 1 inning of work. He gave up a homer and a triple. Bailed out by a throw by the right fielder, Kiki Kyler. Losing pitcher was Herb Pennock. And today's star of the game is Kiki Kyler, who goes 3 for 5, 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored, and he threw out a runner at the plate, which would have given the Yankees a 4-3 lead in the 9th inning. Kiki Kyler is today's star of the game. All right, it should be pronounced Kai Kyler. The reason that he got his nickname Kyler was short for his last name Kai. Pop-ups when he's playing left field, the shortstop would yell Kai, and the second baseman would yell Kai. And so the fans just started calling him Kai Kyler. In the newspapers, he's referred to by his given name, Hazen. But he is known as Kai Kyler. He is a Hall of Famer. He died 18 years before his election to the Hall of Fame. He was an exciting player. He had a very strong arm and surprising power. He played on several pennant-winning teams with the Pirates and the Cubs. He is a deserving Hall of Famer. Kai Kyler is today's star of the game. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.